Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tearing into a really popular one, Hericium erinaceus.
Lion's mane mushroom powder, yeah.
Exactly. And our mission, well, it's pretty direct. We need to unpack the science behind all those claims, like, neurotrophic, immune support, cognitive boosts,
Uh-huh.
and critically, we need to pinpoint the safety protocols, the things you absolutely must know.
Right, because historically, lion's mane was big in traditional Asian medicine. They used it for stomach problems, even cancer prevention support.
But now the focus is totally different, isn't it?
Completely shifted. Now it's really positioned as a top-tier natural nootropic, all because of that potential for brain health, neuronal repair.
Okay, so let's unpack that. What's actually driving these claims? Is it like one magic bullet compound, or is it more complex? Multiple things working together?
Oh, it's definitely a dual mechanism. You got two main families of compounds, and they work quite differently. So first, think about the neurotrophic core. These are the lipid-soluble terpenoids, things like hericinones from the fruiting body, and, crucially, the erinacines from the mycelium, especially erinacine A. That one's key.
Wait, hang on. So it doesn't just give you nerve growth factor, NGF, because we know taking NGF directly doesn't absorb well at all.
Exactly. That's what's so fascinating. Erinacine A actually stimulates your own body to produce more NGF endogenously.
Ah, I see. So it gets around that absorption problem by making your brain build its own.
Precisely. And that's the main pathway for the neuronal growth, the repair, the cognitive health benefits.
Okay, so that handles the brain side. But what about the whole body benefits? You mentioned traditional uses. What compounds are doing that work?
Right. That brings us to the water-soluble stuff, mainly the beta-glucans. Those are polysaccharides and various phenolic compounds.
And their job is?
Well, they're involved in robust immunomodulation, antioxidant activity, basically supporting overall physiological resilience. And they're important for the gut-brain axis, too. Actually, I found this quite interesting. In one study comparing 14 mushrooms, lion's mane came in fourth for antioxidant activity. Pretty high.
Wow. Okay. So if we connect this chemistry back to, like, real-world results,
Yeah.
there's a difference in how quickly things work, right?
Yeah, a noticeable difference. For the serious cognitive enhancement side, say in folks with mild Alzheimer's symptoms, studies showed you need real long-term consistency. Results took like 49 weeks to show up significantly.
49 weeks, okay? That's commitment.
It is. But then for mood things, anxiety, depression relief improvements were seen much faster, sometimes within just 8 weeks.
Interesting timeline difference. What does that suggest?
It suggests the body might be prioritizing, perhaps. You get the quicker anti-inflammatory effects, the systemic support first, and then the deeper, slower work of actual neuronal repair happens over the long haul.
Okay, this is where it gets really practical then, the optimization strategy. If someone wants to maximize those NGF benefits, what's the best way to take it?
Good question. Generally, for cognitive enhancement, the suggestion is around 3 to 5 grams of standard powder daily.
And timing.
Probably best in the morning, to utilize it during your peak productive hours.
But wait, you mentioned lipid soluble earlier, so I can't just dump this powder in water or like black coffee. Is there a catch?
There is a catch, a crucial bioavailability trick. Those neurotrophic compounds, the erinacines, they are absolutely fat-soluble, lipophilic. Meaning you must take it with some kind of dietary fat. Think MCT oil, coconut oil, even just with a meal containing fats. Otherwise, you won't absorb those key compounds properly across the gut. You'll miss out on the main NGF benefits.
Right, okay. That's super important. Which brings us to the warnings. Given this potency, it sounds like it's acting almost like a drug for some people. What are the risks?
We absolutely have to flag the risks, yes. While generally safe for most, it can act pharmacologically. Two big things. It might slow blood clotting, and it can lower blood sugar levels.
Okay, so who needs to be extra careful?
Anyone on anticoagulant or antiplatelet meds, think warfarin, aspirin, clopidogrel, and anyone on anti-diabetes medications. For them, there's a real risk of complications, bleeding issues, or potentially severe hypoglycemia, which is dangerously low blood sugar.
So the protocol is clear then. No gray area.
No gray area. And also, for anyone heading into any kind of surgery, they must stop taking lion's mane at least 2 weeks before the procedure, period.
Okay, so summing this up, what's the bottom line for someone listening? It sounds like consistency is absolutely key for those neuroregenerative effects. You need that long-term view.
Exactly. Long-term commitment and the right preparation. Taking it with fat that's non-negotiable if you want those NGF benefits we talked about.
Makes
And maybe a final thought to leave people with. We see these broad systemic uses in traditional medicine, right?
Mm.
immune support, digestive health, that relies on the whole spectrum of compounds. But so much focus now is on specific markers like erinacine A for brain health or beta-glucans for immunity. It makes you wonder, how much standardization do we really need in commercial products before we can be sure the results people get actually match up with what the lab studies show? That quality control aspect, it's going to be crucial going forward,